with Miss Yani as the moderator. Then I will hand it over to Miss Yani to guide our activities tonight. Please, Miss Yani.
Okay. Firstly, I'd like to thank a lot for the host, Miss Reni Andriani, that allow me to join and lead this event that's attended by all great teachers. Uh, Actually, I was surprised and wondering if I could do this, but I keep going and Bismillah, because I like to do something new. And this day is the first time in my life doing such a great job as moderator in English. And now I am as the English moderator. Will do as well as I can. I just to try. Okay. Before introduce the presenter, I will introduce myself. My name is Haryati Ningsi. Just call me Yani, and you can call me Teh Yani. I come from SMP to Banjar. I am a math teacher. So we are going to read the CV of our presenter. Her name is Miss Irma Nurul Fatimah ST. She is an art teacher and principal of SMP Lazuardi Al Falah Depok. She is a trainer and she is an author and has many books published. So, wow, there is a lot of experiences she has, and I will not read all of these experiences. I read just some of them. You can see them by yourself after this. You can see at bit.ly/teacher Irma 20. Okay. The subject that we are going to discuss tonight in 33rd GTC is share your experience in social and emotional learning in classroom. Well, this is a good issue to discuss because we do really need to find out the way to handle or keep our learning teaching process running well. Okay. Please welcome our great presenter of GTC, Miss Irma Nurul Fatimah ST. Miss Irma, please. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Yani. I actually feel surprised that you say that you can speak English. You speak very well, actually.
I just try, mom.
You can speak in English, so it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But you
Good evening,
better.
everybody. Oh yeah,
You are
I'm just
better.
I'm not an English teacher, so forgive if my grammar is not correct yet. We learn together because in GTC we search for fluency, not accuracy. After we feel comfortable speaking in English, then we can correct our grammar. We can learn again, but the first part to be able to speak in English is to try to speak and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Okay,
Okay.
so this
We are learn together, mom.
right. So this night we have a topic about social and emotional learning in classroom. Maybe some of you already heard it, or you might haven't heard it yet. But I think you are accidentally already do it in your class. So, social and emotional learning what is it all about? Maybe I will give some presentation, but after that, we will discuss about how you can make your class to have a social emotional learning inside of your class. Okay, I will give this link after I speak, so don't worry, you don't have to take a note. I will give it to you. Okay, I gave a flower picture in here, and it's called love because we are learning the love language with our children or students. So social emotional learning is very important in these days.
Ya, sekarang kita masuk ya. Bella, sudah siap lupa?
Sorry, Miss Irma, the host is still in Budini, so I can mute the participant.
So I want to speak about social emotional learning, SEL. It's the process of developing self-awareness, self-control, and interpersonal skills that are vital for school, work, and life success. So I remember that we have a session before with Bu Anastasia about mindfulness. So mindfulness is actually a part of social emotional learning that we can do at the classroom or in our house, with our family, with our spouse. So we can do social emotional everywhere, and it can be learned. So it's not a gift, but you can learn the social emotional learning. Yeah, remember this about self-awareness, self-control, interpersonal skill. So I want to show some love in the air. Love in the air. If we make a pie chart, it will be something like this. We have self-awareness, and then we have self-management, and then we have responsible decision-making, relationship skill, and social awareness. So what it means to have a self-awareness, it means that we are aware about our own feeling. So at this time, we know that we have emotion, or we feel sad, or we feel angry at that time. We are aware of ourselves, and we respect ourselves. That sometimes we can be angry or we can be sad. We just embrace that moment and not try to manipulate our feeling. If we don't feel happy about it, sometimes we have to show that we're not happy, but we just aware about our own emotion. That is self-awareness. This related much mindfulness, self-awareness, and then from self-awareness, if we aware about ourselves, we then try to regulate our emotion. That is self-management. So if we already know what our feeling was, and then we do a self-management, which is we regulate our emotion. If we feel angry, we can control our language. It's not like exploding angry, but we can state what we wanted to hear, or we can state it that we are disappointed at something. So we can regulate our emotion so people know what we feel. And we can manage our own feeling. That is self-management. Okay? And decision making is about responsible about the consequences of our attitude, of our action. So we are responsible at that. Okay, we are responsible of decision that we make. That is a responsible decision making. And then we have a relationship skill, which is the way we communicate. And then we have a social awareness. It's about empathy. So this circle is a core of social and emotional learning. We can do it in the classroom, we can have it in our school, and we also can have it in our community. So we as a teacher have social and emotional learning in ourselves, and then we teach them to our students to have a social and emotional learning too. I will talk about languages, but maybe it is that the children can learn about social and emotional learning from this kind of activities. Maybe you already do it. Okay, we see an emotion. For example, if we go to the class, we do an emotion check-in, right? Emotion check-in. For example, if we do a video conference with Zoom, we can ask the children to show some feelings with emoji, or maybe to show some thumbs if they feel okay today, or maybe they can clap their hand, or maybe you can do something else. For example, like the children can draw something about their feelings, or maybe say something about their feelings if they want to speak. But some children that are comfortable with drawing, they will draw something. Or you can ask them if they were a weather like rainy or sunny, what they will be today. Do you feel like you are the sun today, or you feel like there's gonna be some rain today? So sometimes the children feel more comfortable if we make an analogy of something. Perumpamaan, analogy of something. You can show it with the weather or color check-in. So today, are you feeling red as angry, or blue as calm, green as, you can say blue or green as calm, and then maybe purple as scared. So you can decide which color that have its feeling, or maybe it's black because you feel very at that time. So it's color check-in. You can do that kind of part in the first session of the lesson before you start think about your lesson. The second one is the one that we already practiced maybe last week, about mindful breathing, fullness. So if we feel that the children feel anxious is something like they feel worried about something. They don't know what to do. We can practice mindful breathing. So you can put your hand in your belly, and then you take a deep breath and then let it out. Focus on the breathing for like 3 minutes, and your body will feel more relaxed and your mind will clear out. So it's a mindful breathing. So besides you ask about their emotion, you can do a mindful breathing. We can also read some books together, like read aloud. I have I think some resource here. Let's read Asia. Maybe I will show it later. It's like an ebook that you can read it together, and it's free. So it will teach the children maybe a moral story of something, or maybe you can teach emotion from the book. So they will get insight before they go to the lesson. So we can learn it together, or we can read in the middle of the lesson to relax again. Okay, this is the way. And you see this girl, she loves to play, I think. We also have games for social emotional learning. We can do an online puzzle, or we can do online scavenger hunt. Scavenger hunt is a search for a treasure. Ya, kalau misalnya in Indonesia we call it mencari harta karun. It's a scavenger hunt. With an online scavenger hunt or online puzzle, we can create puzzle together, or a charade. Charades mean in Indonesia we call it sandiwara. Okay, charades or Pictionary. So we can create a charades with our students. Maybe we can text and we can pretend that we are a grandma or grandma, and then they pretend to be something else, and then we can play the charades. Okay, and then students can also show their skill. Give them time to show and tell skill, their hobby, their activities, everything. So there is from me. This is a bingo challenge board. If you want to try, we have self-management, self-awareness, social awareness, relationship skill, and responsible decision making. You can see here there are some. I might read one or two. Like make a for self-awareness. Make a list of the things you love about yourself. Hang it where you can see it every day. Or in self-management, we have journal or talk to the family member about your feeling every day for a week. Or set a goal for a week. And then for relationship, it's about listening, caring for each other, like writing a letter, or make a card for a friend, say something nice to other people. That is a relationship skill. And for social awareness, maybe we can help, or they can help a family member without being asked. And then responsible decision making is about working with your family to create a list of consequences for negative behaviors, and how other people will react if you do a positive behavior. So I think it's enough from me. Let's share what your experience in social emotional learning. I will share this presentation and then do in the class. Maybe it's similar but not the same. It's okay. You can share it with me. Let me share the material. You can see it. Okay, I will stop sharing. Okay then. Anybody would like to share something? What will you do when you feel that I think my student they feel angry at me? What will you do? What do you usually do with your student? Maybe you can write in the chat, or you can speak directly to me and unmute your microphone.
Your presentation is finished, ma'am? Or
Yes,
not
yes,
yet?
already finished.
Already finished? Okay. Thank you so much for the great presenter who has delivered and shared the knowledge. That's great subject, isn't it? It was so fun and understandable. It was so great, and it will be useful for all the participants in here. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, I will invite all of you to speak. Maybe one of you would like to speak first. We have Pak Abur Mustikawanto, we have Pak Ade Yusuf, Mbak Jenny, please. You can unmute your microphone and share some feeling that they couldn't share with somebody. What will you do usually?
There are 19 participants for tonight. For all participants, please share your experience with our presenter, Miss Irma.
Yeah, you can write on the chat if you're not ready to speak yet. You can write on the chat and then I can read it for you. Some of you who would like to say something, you can open your microphone, start to chat. Maybe you want to raise hand and start to something?
Not yet, Mom.
Okay. Bureni maybe would like to say something, Bureni.
Wow. What should I say?
Do you have the experience too when your student they don't feel like they want to learn at that moment?
When they don't to learn at that moment,
Usually.
I ask them what they want.
You ask them what they want.
Then I discuss it, Miss Irma, like I teach komputer akuntansi, accounting komputer, akuntansi komputer. I teach komputer akuntansi. In this pandemic, we can practice it better than before. A lot of students can understand what I say because we cannot practice in a same time. Just like they haven't the material or the device and else. So I ask them what they want, and then we discuss and we try to get a solution for our problem, because it's not only about my problem, it's also their problem too. Their problem, the student problem, the parents problem, also the school problem, because in my school it's a middle to menengah ke bawah itu apa ya, Miss Irma? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we call it middle.
Nah, yes, my student is middle low, so we must think about how to still teach and learn, but also think about they need and what they have. Seperti itu sih, Miss Irma.
Yeah.
Ribet banget ya. I'm sorry, my English is not well. Really not well.
Okay. I think Pak Dani unmute his microphone.
Pak Nur Saiful, I think it's unmute. Nah, Pak Dani, yes.
would like to go first? Pak Dani?
Excuse me, Ma'am Irma. Hello.
Yeah. I'm listening.
There are one response from the participants in room chat. Diah Trisana Mayanti. She say, I am really sorry. Would you repeat the question exactly?
Yeah, actually, my question is about how you practice social emotional learning in the class. But if you are confused about what is social emotional learning, to make it more simple, I will ask you what will you do when you have your student doesn't feel that they want to study today and you don't know why. So you cannot figure it out what you're feeling about your lesson. It helps to understand about social emotional learning. But if you already know about social emotional learning, maybe I want to know how you practice social emotional learning classroom. I already give an example in my presentation. What is social emotional learning? What are the activities? Maybe Budia would like to share something about it.
Halo Ibu Dia.
Okay, or maybe Pak Nur Saiful Bahri would share something first. Okay, Pak Nur become silent. Okay. If you're not comfortable speaking your thought, maybe you can write it first in the chat, and then if you already feel comfortable, you can speak directly to me. Would you like to write on your chat? Right? Okay. Oh, ini Pak Tek Bari. Halo Pak.
Ya, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
To explain when emotional and innovation. What different emotional wait innovation.
You're explaining what difference of emotion and
Emotional by innovation.
Sorry, you want to know what's the difference with emotional and innovation? Am I right?
Yes.
So, emotional is our feeling. We feel sad, or we feel angry, or we feel happy. That's our emotion. But innovation is something that you do something better with a different way. That's innovation. Emotional is more like to the feeling, and innovation is something is something about creativity and try to do something new and good in the future. That's innovation.
Yes. Thank you.
Pak Nur, you haven't shared. What will you do when you see that your student maybe feel sad or angry about something in the class? What will you do? Halo,
Okay, for all participants, if you have the questions, you can write in the room chat. Then I will read it. Don't forget to put your identity. And so you can turn on the raise hand button. Then I will call you. If you would like to ask the question to the presenter directly.
Yeah.
ya.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Pak Nur. So social emotional
Miss Irma, can I
learning
ask
is
you,
about yes.
what if student error is read on social media? What should we do?
They write on social media about their anger, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I have that kind of experience too. Like I have a student, they have a problem with other student, and he write it in the social media. So what I usually do, I will talk to him directly. So I didn't do it in front of the class. I will take time and I just say something like, how do you feel today? Do you feel anxious or do you feel angry? If he's not opening up, I will say that I accidentally see your and then I see that you write something about someone. Maybe you can tell me more about that. So I don't judge him. I don't give advice at that time, but I want to hear more from him. So what did he feel, and what they experienced together? So he becomes so angry with him, and after I know about the problem, I said that, okay, what will you do now? Because you already put it in the social media. What do you think if other people see your post? And then he will think. Because I actually teach in junior high. When in junior high, teenagers don't feel like they don't think about the consequences first. So they will quit without thinking what is the consequences. So our job as an adult, we have to open it up and we see like how if people saw you writing this and let them think about it. And then they will think, I think I feel okay about it. Okay, and then I ask him, how about his parents? If his parents read this, what will he say? Or what will she say? And then the children start to think. And then I said like, Mark, in the social media, it will remain forever. That is your digital footprint. So, do you want other people to feel that you are an angry person or not? Usually they say like, but I'm only angry at once. Yes, I know. But people will relate what on your social media with yourself. So what should you do about it? So I give them question and let them solve by themselves. Because they need to learn how to think about solving problems with my students.
Miss Irma, hello. Do you hear me?
Yes.
From room chat, there are chat from Nur Saiful Bahri. She say, what different emotional with innovation?
Yeah. I think I already about emotional and innovation. It's two different things. Emotional is about your feeling to other people or about yourself. Innovation is about see you make something new, you make something useful. It's a fresh idea, so that is innovation. Different with emotion. So in this night we talk about social and emotional learning. We will talk about innovation later. Talk about
Okay, thank you so
I
much
think that's my answer.
for a great answer, Mom.
Okay, maybe I would like to try, yeah. Maybe all of you, if you are feeling great tonight, you can write one in the chat. If you're feeling sick or not good, you're not in the mood, you can write two in the chat. Can you do it for me?
Okay, Miss Irma, but can I still ask you about the question apa ya lanjutan pertanyaan about your answer before?
Okay, it's okay.
It's still about the angry of our student. Anger is a general description, right, of their various emotions that exist, right? Am I right? How to make students be able to explain specifically about their feelings? How to make students be able to explain specifically about their feelings? But we know he angry, but we didn't know what the specific their feeling is. Are she shy or sad or maybe distressed or some else? How to make students be able to explain specifically about their feeling, Miss Irma?
Feeling. It kind of is a practice because children nowadays they don't know how to express sometimes. Express and then blow up in a way that we don't know why he blew up at this time. So because they couldn't control their emotion, they couldn't realize their own emotion. So if you want them to describe exactly what they mean, either ask them, but if the answer is not clear, we can give a prompt question. A prompt question is a additional question. For example, like, do you feel angry right now? And he said like, okay, I'm not angry, but we know that he is angry. And we said like, you're speaking in the high tone. So do you really think that you're not angry? So you can give a prompt question like that. And then if they're still persistent with their feeling, they said like, I'm okay, I'm all right with that. You can discuss about the problem. So don't force them to explain their own feeling at that time. If they don't feel they don't want to explain it yet, but you give them a bridge to listen more, to understand what they're having right that moment. So you can help them to understand their own feelings. So the first thing in social emotional learning is about how they have an awareness about their own feeling. and how we can help them to discover that, but not with the what do you call it, memarahi gitu ya, like
Oh,
we give them a free
yeah, yeah.
some kind of that.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Irma.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's the tip tonight? I just joined and want to learn. Okay, Bu Siti Watini, we learn about social and emotional learning.
Miss
Bu Siti, you
Irma,
have an
Miss Irma,
yeah?
may I sharing with you about homework? Hello, Miss Irma. My voice is clear.
Yes, clear.
Okay. May I sharing?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Uh, uh, sometimes the teachers, of course, including me, feel frustrated when we give the test or homework with the high expectation that the student will do that well. But for the fact, it's around some student who submit the task that I gave. How about you about that?
Yeah,
The
I
same
think.
feeling with me, frustrated.
Yeah, we all feel frustrated at the first time because this is the situation that never happened before. Yeah, in every country, in all of the world, we only experience at this time. I know how frustrated and how tired we are when we call our student and they don't respond, right? Or they don't do the homework, the task that we told them to do. But please put in our mind that our student might have some insecurities too. Insecurities is like a feeling that they not feel comfortable too. First, they couldn't meet their parents. Second one, maybe they have a parent that work all the time too, and they don't have somebody to talk to in the house. Circumstances that make them didn't want to do the homework, or they don't have a self-regulation, so they don't know when they should play a game and when they should do the task for the school. It happened. Like sometimes they open a multiple tab. This one hearing us in the Zoom and the other one in opening the game, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the children do
How
it.
many
Yeah.
person your student collect your task or homework? How many person?
Actually, in my school, I can say 80% they're doing their homework, but the 20%, I usually choose a personal touch. So
Just
we do it
20%,
more
huh?
extra. So in
Just 20% to collect.
20%
Ah, 20%.
that haven't finished.
Okay.
So
The same.
if if I said to them like we have a bubble coaching, so once one teacher will what do you call it? Will assist like 5 until 10 students. So we are responsible for that student, for that performance. So if we and it's all in the class. So maybe I teach, for example, grade 7A, but I can have a children at my bubble coaching. It's 7B. So like 5 until 10% below me keep on the track for their progress. If they haven't progressed yet, I will ask them, do you feel okay right now? I ask about their feeling first. Okay, do you have some difficulties at home? Do you feel distracted with your sibling, for example? I ask them more about their feeling and what they do at home. If they're already open up, and then we find a way to make it work for their homework. So that's what I do. That's what we do. So we divide ourselves and we put like 10 until 5 until 10 people in our radar, and then we keep on their progress. That will help you a lot, I think.
Okay, thank you for the sharing. Ma'am, there are a chat from Dani Rahman. How can
yeah,
we
silakan.
know their true
Pak Dani.
feelings?
Yeah, if they're too shy to show their feelings, maybe you can use like a picture. Like, okay, you can use some journal or picture to state, I'm feeling happy. So you can use emoji. They can choose emoji. It's less more frustrating for them. Print. Wait, I will share an application about it. Should open it. If you see my screen yet?
See. I see, Miss.
Okay. Okay, this is application created by Japanese people. It's called Manga Chat. So it's a journal, emotion journal. If I sign in with my Google account, then they will open a journal like this. My emotion. I will show you. So we have a journal like this, a calendar of emotion. If I want to write something in this, I just click on the date, and then I click this, click here to start. What's your mood today? They only choose, for example, happy. I'm satisfied, for example, or I'm excited, I'm so proud. And then let's talk about it, okay? And then when do I feel excited or out? For example, I might having that feeling in the morning, and then I feel so proud. Can I write that? Good. And then I click done. What happened? They can explain by their own words, or they can choose. Today I did something somewhere. I did something nice to my teacher. Decided in bahasa. And then what they do is they have like this. Okay, we can change the background, for example, and then we can click. Then, what are your thoughts and emotion? I think, okay, I think something is good. I think it is, okay, I think it is good because
Miss Irma, can it be applied to vocational high school student or for junior high school or junior high school only?
in junior, no, it can be applied to any people, I think.
Okay.
So you can use this, or you can use Bitmoji if you can use it. You can download Bitmoji from
Bitmoji.
So I will show you later about Bitmoji. This is
Okay.
but this is web-based, and you don't have to download anything.
Oh
You
yeah.
can do that. So what will you do? I will tell it, for example, because I feel proud. For example, I will write this. Next.
We also can apply it for our son, yeah?
Yeah, you can apply it to your son, your student, and then if we're finished, we can download it. For example, if I finish, it's actually new because I learned it from EduTech last September. So it's kind of new, the application.
It's free?
Yeah, it's free. So you can go to studio at studio.tanggalchat.co.
Interrupt, ma'am. This application can change in bahasa Indonesia or just
Yeah.
English?
It can be in bahasa because you can write.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so if you have this, and then if you want to share, you can share the image, the format like this, and the output will be something like, wait for a second. Okay, you can download the image.
Oh.
So we can download the image, or we can keep our journal here. So if we have a calendar, the calendar. So and Monday I feel happy, for example, and we can edit the calendar. So cute.
It's so nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you can use this, for example, if you're feeling that your student, they have a low motivation, then you can do this, or you can use a game. But usually when you give them some emoji or some avatar, they would like to express more than trying to speak their mind, because children nowadays, they're really afraid to say something, but they're okay with texting. So,
Then what should we do after this? Are we still let them alone, or we keep trying to talk with the student, or what?
Actually, if we see that he or she just needs sometimes, sometimes we will appreciate their privacy that they need sometimes. But we have an agreement. If you're feeling okay, then you can go back to the school activities. So in some case, I do it with my student. But if the student really don't do all of the activities, we can say that we will keep on track for 2 weeks. If for 2 weeks he or she didn't do anything for their school, then we might have to speak with their parents. So what are the because we need to cooperate with their parents. I know it's not an easy job because we have to teach and we also have to know the condition at home, and sometimes we feel frustrated too. So it's a very good practice for the teacher to have a mindfulness too. You should sometimes have me time too, or sometimes have a release stress time for the teacher. It's really necessary to have a hobby at this certain time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we need to appreciate ourselves too. So
Yeah.
like sometimes we try our best, but we don't have the good result yet. So don't feel hesitate about it. Just keep on trying. But sometimes you need to let loose for a while, and then when you feel relaxed, you can go back to your activity. So we need that.
But Miss Irma, how to appreciate students who are honest with their feeling? With are sometimes considered lebay by other student. By other student, call it lebay. How to appreciate that?
Yeah, I actually say at the beginning of the semester that we try to respect other people's opinion. So if I hear other students said he or she lebay, I will please stop the lesson immediately, and
Oh,
we talk
no,
about
bisa.
attitude. Yeah, stop. Like if it's in the middle of the lesson, I will stop and I will say like, why did you say that to your friend? So is it nice to hear that? So because attitude is number one for me. So if I see they speak or name calling their friend lebay or stuff, and I see that it's way too far, I will stop the lesson and we talk about attitude for a while. So because it's important to respect others, but it's like it's actually maybe the children feel like it's okay if they call me lebay, but name calling is actually not good if you let it. And they will think that it's okay. So call their friend.
Yeah. I see. Okay.
But because it's actually good when the children can express their feeling, it's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
But our friends who are lebay and stuff, they will stop sharing their feeling.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes now we know that student or our student forget about empathy and apologize when they are wrong. Instead, they say it's a baper or like that, Miss Irma. Are you feel like that too?
I usually so we have a class time at the morning. If we sense of an attitude like that, we usually discuss it at the class time. So what should and shouldn't say at their friend. Actually, we have 1 week in the beginning of the semester. We have 1 week just to discuss the attitude, necessary attitude for their friend. So if we sense of they're being apa? They say something bad to their friend, or they say something not appropriate in front of the public. We usually speak to the children. We try to conflict resolution, and then if it don't work, we speak to their parents, and then and we ask them to go to psychology, psychiatry, if it's necessary, at that time. So because it's really important to change their attitude first. Understand the lesson.
Yeah. In this case, the role of parents is important, yes, Miss Irma.
Yes, the role of parents. Actually, we need a parenting session regularly to have the same vision with the parents and the teachers. How to communicate with children, how to behave with their children, how to speak with their children is really important.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Irma. Last question. Aduh, from me last question. Does this belong to social emotional learning?
This activity, yes, it's a social.
Okay. I think I have some gambaran, a picture about our camp tonight.
So yeah, we usually do that, and I allow all of my teacher and staff, if you sense something bad in their attitude, just stop for a while, talk about the attitude, and forget about the lesson first. Because when their attitude is already good, and then all of it will continue to follow. So I ask my students to be respectful to their friend, to the staff, and to the teacher, because sometimes the children, when they see the staff in the school, they thought that it's not their teacher. But I said, like, every person in this school is your own parents. So I stated so clear that if they say something bad about, for example, office boy, or maybe the staff administration in the school, they can report it to me, and we will try to talk to the children. So
Thank you, Irma.
Yeah.
Miss Irma,
Yes,
do you hear me?
Hello.
I hear you.
Do you hear me?
Yes, Bu Yani.
Okay.
I think Pak would like to say something.
Even though the time shows 12 52.
Hello, yes, I can hear you. Maybe I think one person would like to say something.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to ask about one of your ideas talking about if the students have problems, then you cannot solve it with the students, and then you talk to their parents. And sometimes you have to give their parents or students' parents advice to consult their problems with the psychiatry or with what we call with psychology. And the problem is sometimes not every parents can accept that. Some of them will think that you think that my son, my children is crazy. Oh my God, why are you asking me to have a consultation with them, with the psychiatry? Sometimes it may get offensive. So maybe in this kind of situations, I think it is, I think we need to be more careful in suggesting this kind of measures.
Yes. Thank you, Pak Agung.
Okay,
I want, yeah, I maybe want to tell you, before every person or every child entering our school, I have an interview with their parents, of the parents, and I will say, really we do for our positive discipline for their children. So they already know the step. It's actually the last step will be to go to be a psychiatry. It's the very last step that we take. But before that, we go through the conversation with the student. It can be like once a week, maybe we can do it twice a week until the student get better. If he or she not getting better, maybe we will talk to this about the progress. So that is the very last part that we do. Usually, very rarely, we speak to the psychologist. So, no, if we have a case until this level, we will discuss about it. So the parents already know from the beginning before they enter the school. So we have an agreement at the first step.
all right, okay, thanks.
Yeah, and actually, one thing that we said to the parents that a children need a village for them to grow. So if the teacher have an opinion, if the psychologist have an opinion, it's like a way to get the student behave better, but it's not. We cannot call it like a sick person go to the doctor, not something like that. Parents already know that. Actually, we have a regular parenting session with the psychologist. So, like, they know that this is necessary because for every parent, we need to learn to be a parent too. So we need other professional to help us to cope with that. So that's what we do.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Irma. I think one thing that mistake that I guess we made is that psychiatry is for people who have problems with their emotional stability, or some things that we can call it like a little bit crazy. But psychologist is an expert in psychology. Yes, in mind psychology. So this expert can be used as a consultant if we have problems with our personality.
Yeah.
I guess that.
Okay.
Because previously we mentioned about psychiatry, right? All right, thanks a lot, Ms. Irma, for your explanations, and nice to meet all of you. Yeah, it goes well. Okay.
I need a good communication. I think not judgment, right? Maybe I can add one thing, Bu Yani.
Miss Irma, the time shows 8:58.
Okay.
Yeah. Until what time?
Can I explain one more? After that, we close the session.
Okay. But I see the participants are still here. It's an awesome participant ever. I really appreciate and thank you still join with us.
Yeah. Thank you, Pak Dani, for the question too. So good communication is actually if you can deliver the I message. I message is if we judge person, we said that you do something wrong. But I message is I expect you to perform well in the school. but I don't see you doing well. So we discuss. We give our expectation. It's okay if we said like, I feel disappointed because I thought that you will do your homework, but you didn't do it. So you might tell me why you don't do it, and we can solve the problem together. So that is an iMessage. iMessage is not to judge people, but to know uh, behind their action. What do they feel? So it's more like non-judgmental thing, but we need for our teacher, we need to have that good communication skill with children. There is a win-win solution. Respectful with they respect us, we respect them. Not about controlling, but respecting each other.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Irma, for the conclusion, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the chance that is given to me, and I'd like to apologize for the mistake I did during I lead these discussions. And I'm so happy to be the moderator here. Thank you for being a family for today. I'll give the room back to the host. Please, Miss Reni.
Okay, thank you, Miss Yani and Miss Irma for tonight for sharing also. Yes, thank you to all participants to have sharing also. So we in this room 22. I have to capture screen. It's 22, but see you at the next week in the different themes and in the different moderator and host also. Thank you for everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you so much, Miss Irma, Miss Reni also.
Reni, I love you. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, Miss Irma. I asked you a lot than the participant.
Ibu Irma, are you teacher in elementary school or junior high school?
Junior high school.
Junior high school. What kind? Is that English teacher or science teacher or?
I'm an art teacher.
Art teacher. Wow, cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome, Pak.
Keep healthy there.
Yeah, you too. Hopefully everybody healthy. Bu Yani, I will leave the room.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Just on your way, Bandung from Pasaraya, so just listen. Hello, guys.